Hello, dear friends. I like here to deliver a short supplement to the essay on the Alberto and Anna Levi's textile collection, published in the volume Uzbek Cultural Heritage in Italian Museums and Collections. Affinities with Indian art appeared in many Susani designs and revealed to be grounded on historical evidence. In fact, while history says that Subay, Uzbekistan was hosting a larger community of Indian merchants since the 15th century, textile studies show how the great favor for Indian fabrics led to the inevitable cross-pollination of taste and design. Importantly, Indian fabrics and Kashmir shawls were regularly exchanged in Central Asian markets. Traded for local consumption and international customers, they have been influential source of imitation and inspiration. One of these designs will be here addressed, the floral spray, embroidered in the group of Nurata, and the collection has two such pieces of brilliant beauty. The first and the second. But the pattern appears also in other provenances, like here in Shahrizad at Christie's. The comparison with the floral sprays populating Indian art in the 17th and 18th century is cogent and reasonable. Here a shawl border and a court-made gown. Floral sprays are indeed typical of Mughal art, although common feature in Islamic. Here a marble panel from the Taj Mahal and a drawing for the decoration of the same monument. Then let's go tracking them in the roots of Mughal art. Babur, the founder of the Mughal dynasty, was born in Anjan, Uzbekistan. Son of the Emir of Fergana, he raised in a Timurid court. Claiming to descend from both Timur and Genghis Khan, he decided to revive their imperial traditions. First act of kingship, he made gardens built on conquered lands, as his forebears did. And here you see Babur supervising the line of the Garden of Fidelity in Kabul, his first new capital. His Central Asian predecessors were actually fond of gardens, a passion inherited from Timur. Samarkand had 9 such gardens built under his reign, and others paid his tireless moving. They were royal encampments where the prince held court, gave rest to the army, and showed his power. Timur adopted the traditional nomadic encampment, usually home to the tribe's festivals and ceremonies. But he adapted the camp to a new princely vision. Not more than gentrify the camping grounds, they soon became refined gardens via advanced horticulture, architecture, and portable structures. Flowers in spray abound, as seen also typically in the landscape design. It is important to mark that nature has been associated with the feminine element of spring, birth, and perennial life ever since. These are again notions rooted in ancestral nomadic traditions, and not for nothing Timur used to dedicate his garden to his wives. Coming back to Babur, his intention to revive the Timurid splendors produced a real exchange of knowledge and art between India and Central Asia. Sayed Mirak, a famous agronomist and garden architect, moved from the last fabulous Timurid capital, Herat, to work in Agra in 1529. And here we have a folio with Babur entertaining his courtiers in the Agra garden. 1 year later, Sayed Mirak turned to Central Asia and in Bukhara constructed a magnificent garden for Ubayd Allah Khan I. His son Muhammad, in turn, in 1559 went from Bukhara to Delhi, charged with the construction of Humayun's tomb. One can rightly speak of an artistical symbiosis. Here are the gardens surrounding Humayun's tomb in Delhi. In a short time, Mughal art landed at a unique floral style, here epitomized in a silk velvet fragment and a silk embroidered cotton panel. Shah Jahan, reportedly the initiator of the style, aiming at a personal imprint in the kingship, sought again inspiration in the Timurid legacy, promoted royal gardens and moving cities as a pomp of power. And why Mughal naturalistic depictions truly cope with the influence of European botanical books that were avidly collected in the court libraries, they may have been a way of updating a conventional Timurid style. Period Indian carpets are exquisite example of the art and rightly called landscape designs. They were meant to replicate real fields of flowers and flower beds. Here in a folio, a princely garden with a flower bed and floral sprays. The style went indeed viral. But finally, I'd like to address the influence of Kashmir shawl designs. Central Asia was well acquainted with the Kashmir shawls. The luxury fabric was in fact much sought after in Safavid, Ottoman and Uzbek courts. Akbar the Great introduced the Kashmir shawls in the Kilat ceremony, bestowing cloth of honor, and the use soon spread across Central Asia to the point that in 19th century Bukhara it is still verified among nobilities and officials. Regular commercial activities between Kashmir and Central Asia were dynamic till the 19th century, and Bukhara was the principal entrepot. And we can safely say that Kashmiri traders indeed contributed to the familiarization of these designs. Blossoming shrubs in a row ornate many Kashmir shawls, complying with the period craze. Here, Shah Jahan with one such long shawl with floral spray, and here a prince covered with flowers. Again, myriads of floral composition woven on these clothes were once more available to the ingenious creativity of Uzbek weavers. And here we can see some of this Indian Kashmir shawl border. Here with a rows of poppy flowers with bird, again poppy flowers, a magnificent green-filled long shawl with floral spray, the detail of the spray, a fancy flower spray, a floral cluster, and finally a long shawl from the end of the 18th century with scattered small flowers and row of flowers. For comparison, I like to share here the details of the diverse floral sprays in a Nurata Susani conserved at the Museum of Applied Arts and Sciences, Australia. Principal design, a large carnation cluster in the corner, then a carnation spray, and some fancy sprays or designs. Tokens for the journey, we offer once more the pictures of the two iconic Levi's Nurata. Magically, the one reflects the pure elegance of the Taj Mahal Pietradura inlay, the other invokes the glorious opulence of spring and birth. In this light, we can say that the weaver's enchanting abilities preserved in the floral sprays two main factors of the rich Uzbek identity: the nomadic encampment seal of the steppe roots and the royal garden show of wealth and status. I hope you enjoyed, and I thank you for your attention.